What's up, Tanuj? How you doing, bro? Tanuj, can you hear me? Hey guys, can you hear me? Just type it in the chat. Oh, I guess you can. Alright, I'll start up in like a couple minutes here. Look at this spy. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's start it up. I guess gave everyone long enough. Okay, so obviously a crazy end of the day here. Look at this, from 320 all the way to close, straight up vertical. And yes, this is the SPY, the S&P 500, the biggest companies. This is an ETF, ladies and gentlemen, and it ripped like this. Some of my friends took SPY calls or SPX calls. They actually went 10x in these last 40 minutes, so I missed them, obviously. Trying to get YouTube working for you guys. But that's okay. Catch you next time. Alright, let's get going. So obviously SPY, you see, big ripper end of the day. We got all-time highs on almost all the indexes. You see clear breakout. Like I said, we were just going sideways. We needed a breakout. We needed a clear bull break, or else this could get dangerous up here just going sideways. Just like I said for Bitcoin last time it crashed, it was setting up in the same pattern, but we ripped all-time highs today. So all we need this week, everything looks amazing. Everything looks like it's ready to go. The only thing we need is the Fed meeting to go well on Wednesday. So as you see, if you zoom out all the way since last November, we've held this 50-day simple moving average on SPY daily. Every time we went down there, we dumped under it here this one day, and then the next day we ripped right back on top of it. So keep that in eye as support. So right now, the two supports I have for SPY, just in case Jerome Powell says something really, really stupid on Wednesday, the main support right here would be 416.28. And why is it such a key support? It's also the daily lower high, or the daily higher low, and it's also where the 50-day moving average is at 416.21. So obviously this can change by Wednesday, but this is a key level. If this level breaks, expect a lot of downside on SPY. Right now everything is bullish. Keep watching. There's no upside. There's no resistance up here, so SPY can move really easily up here. We can rip tomorrow, but also, like I said, I'm looking personally in my portfolio, I'm looking to be a lot more cash for Wednesday. So just think, a lot of people are thinking the same thing, because the Fed is always a binary event. You don't know what's going to happen. Anything is possible. He could pump up the market another 20%, or he could drop the market 20% just on what he says. And obviously he has a 30-minute question and answer period, so he has a lot of chances to make mistakes there. If he mentions the word taper, we could be right back down at these lows here. So keep an eye on SPY here. Right now, tomorrow I won't be jumping into too many positions just because of Wednesday. Look at this. The QQQ tech ripped so much it doesn't even fit on my screen anymore. Insane follow through. Like me and Ricky have been saying over and over and over and over again on QQQ. We said as soon as we broke this level here at 335, we were going straight to all-time highs. And what did we do? We took out all-time highs. Closed at the high of the day. Everything looks great on tech. All the individual stocks are ripping. Apple, Amazon needed to pick it up for QQQ to go. Those are major holdings of QQQ. And you've seen what Apple and Amazon did this week. So that's why QQQ is at all-time highs. Closed at all-time highs. Closed at the high of the day. Looks great. The CMLF is just being tricky with us right now. So, like I said on Friday, I wanted to absolutely load CMLF on Friday. Why? Because we were above the 50-day moving average. If you look at this little blue line here, it's at 1303. The 50-day moving average was on Friday. We closed underneath that. We closed at 13. After hours, we ripped above it. Today, we ripped above it, so I entered more position at 35 cents. But we closed at the low of the day. That does not look good, but at the same time, I've done my research in this company. Tanuj has done his research. He posted all the research. Thank you, Tanuj. And we'll see if we get follow through. Because when this thing starts going, it doesn't go like 1-2% like Apple and these things. It goes like 15-20% same day. So I want to be in it for the move. I gave ourselves time. We have a month in this one, so let's see if we can get going. Once it gets going, I fully expect it over $15. Right here is the first support, first resistance for CMLF is, no, up here. I go over here, 1468. So as soon as we start going, watch for the 1468 level. Next level on CMLF, very clear to me, 1692. So this one can rip. Once it starts going, it really goes. VIAC looking good, closed almost at the high of the day. This one gives me a big headache, obviously, but I joined much later than you guys, so I got much cheaper calls. Mine are in the green. If you're still in T's calls, good luck. It's going to give you a headache for the rest of the week, I feel like. But again, the same thing with CMLF. When this one pops, it's really going to pop. And right now we had the cross over the moving averages. We have closes over the moving averages. And we need to take out 43. If we close above 43, anytime this week, it should get going. So just waiting on this one. We only have a week left, but let's see what happens. I like the close today. Close at higher day. Everything looks good. But wait on it. As I said this morning, my calls were up 100%. Then they went down 50%, and then they went break even, and they ended green. So if you're tired of this roller coaster, just wait till tomorrow. If we gap up a little bit, get out of it if you want. I'm fine with the volatility. I'm used to this. Spotify is my main watch right now. Why is it my main watch? I know someone that actually works at Spotify, and she told me to get in down here. These prices are steal, she said, for long term. I believe her. I like the company. I use Spotify almost every day. I know a lot of you guys use Spotify. It's way better than Apple Music, in my opinion. And obviously, everyone listens to music, so. We got a little trend line here. We got a little bit of a channel going. Oops. Yeah, so you see a clear channel. A lot of selling at 295, 300 level, and a lot of buying down here in the 225-ish level. So we're just waiting for this one to break out. I like the level it's at. I want it to close above 250, 250. Why did I keep saying 250, 250 today? If you look here, the blue, this light blue line right here is the 50-day moving average. It's exactly at 250, 249. So I want to close above 250, 250, and I will load this options. Palantir. I like Palantir a lot. Obviously, you guys know this. Right now, we're in this zone still. The reason I took calls today is because we had increased volume here, and we were above 25. I really wanted to close above 25, but we closed at 24.99. Not a big deal, 1 cent off. Like I said, these levels they bend, but they don't always break. So Palantir, look for follow through. As soon as we're above 25.50 on Palantir, you're not even going to get a chance. I think it's just going to go insane all the way up to 27.50. So we're looking for a $2 move on this one if it closes above 25 and gets through 25.50. Right now it looks amazing. It got back above all the moving averages. Volume was good today relative to the last 2 days. And let's see if we can get above 25.50 this week. FinV. So this is the second time I'm playing this stock in a couple months. Last time I played it was over here, this little bull flag. And then we had the little rest, and I jumped in. Obviously didn't get the follow through that time, but now it's getting even more solid. Look at the volume in here today. Huge volume in here. I like this chart setup. I like how it held the moving averages all the way up, and then it just popped today to highs. Only resistance on this one, in my opinion, is this right here, which is 1060. So right now, FinV, the only resistance I see is 1060. I think it keeps going for a couple of days, and then it has to cool off before it takes out 1060. But I'm in these calls. We'll see what happens. We have till July. We have Dada. The reason I was looking at Dada is because all this talk, like T, me, Ricky have been talking about Chinese stocks. When do they go? When do they go, right? So what do you do when they do go? You want to jump in the strongest names. One of my favorite names is Dada. It's really beaten up. This is actually a logistics company in China. I did a lot of research on this one before. Walmart has a 15% stake in them. JD has a huge stake in them. And I believe Tencent has a stake in them. I don't remember properly because I did the research a long time ago, but I am sure about Walmart and JD having huge stakes in them. And if Walmart and JD are invested in a Chinese logistics company, you know that company's strong. So right now, the resistance I see on Dada is 32.88. Why am I saying 32.88? That's where the 200-day moving average is. If we close above 32.88, this one runs wild too. As you've seen on this gap up, it gapped up and went 14%. I love these types of volatile stocks. When they do go, they go big. That's why I get in, and then I get so mad at you guys for asking me same day, are you still in this position? Are you still in this position? I like to get in before the move. I don't like chasing the move with the herd. So that's why I get in a lot of stocks, and they take a couple days or weeks to go. because I'm fine sitting in there waiting. Look at Costco at the end of the day. I was calling out this Costco today. The chart looks wonderful to me. And if you guys have been to Costco during the pandemic, it's just been booming. Like, it's been going crazy. So right now we have this huge V-shaped recovery. This is a weekly chart, by the way. We'll go into look at this. This is just a beautiful weekly chart right here. Just draw the trend line. I haven't looked at Costco in a while. Someone brought it to my attention today. I'm just watching this ascending triangle here. And look, it's clear as day. So the support is super clear. Buying today off support would have been genius. It would have been a great entry. And the only resistance I see for it is 389.45. After that, it's all-time highs is at 390.67, I believe. 393.15. So through 389.50 goes straight to all-time highs 393. And that's all we got to watch on Costco. I love the stock. They're making a lot of money. They pay a nice dividend, so safe stock. We got SLGG. We're still in those calls. There's something up with this stock. Just its price movement and the way it's been moving. Like, look at this big cup. So you guys always ask me if there's a cup and handle. Is this cup and handle? This is the cup and handle right here. So you see this? People that bought the top here, they were waiting the whole time in their equity all the way till it got back to their level of $6. It got back to $6 last Tuesday, and they sold it. So they didn't want to take a loss in their position. The people that chased it the first time, they waited till it got back to break even, and then they sold their position. And that's why this big red bar came in. Then you have this little handle, and it tried to go today, but obviously that resistance was too strong. So SLGG, as soon as it gets above $6, I think it flies. And we're still in the calls, and even if I don't hit it, I will roll these out. Like Option Sniper said, I have the same strategy. There's something going on here. Like, this is not normal price action for SLGG. Some people are expecting some kind of news. Obviously, GME, I thought they were going to buy them out. We didn't get that news, but we'll see what happens. We got Mara here. Mara opened up looking great. We had, I think, what did we have, 100%? On those $40 calls. I sold the 31s last week just because I wanted to lock in some profits, but the 40s we still held, and we sold them for a huge profit. The rest of my calls, I think, are free. I'm not even sure. I have to go back and check. The rest of my calls are free. If you look on the daily right here, look where it rejected. See that light blue line? This is why I pay such close attention to the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is 31.93. Look how hard we rejected from the 50-day moving average. So what we need for Mara is we need Bitcoin to bounce some more. I already wrote out my whole thesis on Bitcoin, and it looks like it's coming true. For anyone that missed what I wrote, I said Bitcoin was due for a bounce up to 42K. Today it hit 41,064. So I do think there's a little bit of bounce left. Maybe it goes all the way to 42. Maybe it just dumps down from here. But I told you short term I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Medium term I'm bearish. And long term I'm bullish. I'll say that again. Short term I'm bullish on Bitcoin. So you guys don't misquote me. Short term I am bullish. Medium term I'm bearish. And long term I'm very bullish. So just remember that. Don't misquote me again, please. We got Apple, huge ripper today. So again, what me and Ricky, well, Ricky didn't say this, but I was saying this. Apple and Amazon have been lagging the rest of FANG for months now. So Apple had a huge breakthrough. We took out the 50-day moving average. All the sellers got rid of their shorts there. So they got rid of their shorts at the moving averages. Why did I say Apple and Amazon were going to rip? Because look at this. For the last 1 year, Amazon and Apple have done nothing. So last August, Amazon was the exact same price as it is today. Same with Apple. Last August, Apple was a higher price than it is today. But you look at Facebook, all-time highs, okay? Google, all-time highs. So Apple and Amazon were lagging the rest of FANG, and that's why I knew that they were going to play catch-up now. So that's why we made a lot of money on those Apple calls. Amazon's ripping. And Boeing. So Boeing, what I see on Boeing is, why did I enter a position today? This is just a beautiful bull flag to me. It's still holding all the moving averages on the daily. What do I mean by bull flag? I mean this. This is the flagpole. This is the flag. But right now I want Boeing to reverse soon because this is getting pretty low here. The moving average that I'm watching is 244.63. Today we closed at 245, so we closed above the 21-day moving average. I want it to stay above the 21-day moving average, which is the orange line. And all the moving averages are just getting tangled up here, which is a pretty bullish sign. So right now we're looking for follow through. First level I want to see it take out is 255. After 255, if you zoom out, I told you guys I used to play Boeing like every single day when it was back here in this range over here. What I used to do on Boeing, for anyone, this is just for new people, anyone that's been in here a while, you guys seen how I trade ranges over and over and over again. So all I did was trade the range between 311 and 370 on Boeing all the time. Every time I got down to 311, I would buy it heavy. Every time I would get up to 370, I'd sell it and short it. So that's just what I did over and over again in this range until last COVID, it just completely dumped. Okay? And if you look at this weekly chart here, what does it look like? It's just a big bounce, flag, big bounce, flag, big bounce, flag, big bounce, flag, big bounce, flag. So what's next? Yeah, exactly. So that's all I want you guys to see here. I'll show you another range that I loved playing. This EPD was an oil name. It has 7% dividend. So exact same thing. Huge range. This is a weekly chart. Remember, this is like a 4-year range. Every time it gets to the bottom, I'd load equity heavy. Every time I'd go to the top, I'd short it. It's so easy to play ranges like this. Keep an eye out for ranges like this. Same thing with Shop. Oh, spelled that wrong. Here's Shopify, same exact thing. You see this huge range here? You could have played this range for weeks and weeks and weeks so easily. And now it's this range. You could play this range weeks or weeks and weeks. Right now, it's getting over 1,300. It closed over 1,300, which is super bullish. So right now, we want to see follow through, and the next resistance on Shopify is $1,500. Alright guys, let's see if we get some follow through tomorrow morning. And thank you for attending. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.